Alright. Welcome back to the video of Midnight. Well, yeah, Midnight Guide Talents, Collection Digs, Skills and Talents, and whatever else. Was this for Vanguard Midnight Guide? So we'll be making our first ones you start out with, and that is Windboard Grace, Basic Attack, Gale Thrust, your like special attack, and then Typhoon Cleave, which is technically for both specs. This will change to Skyfall if you're doing Skyward. Gale Form is used for everything. Pretty much just a strength boost and a duration for and then pretty much it's a courage generator. To generate courage, I had brain for a second, I had to read. Yeah, Battle Thrust, use this whenever it's up, because it also does wound, uses a lot of healing in the enemy receives, and it will also do a lot of break damage. Well, resilience break. Also hits a lot of like enemies in range, but with talents we can evolve this into Vortex Strike. So that then we use Breach Pursuit, which is our thrust, and then we can it'll have a timer to where we can hit it again, then do a spiral, do a sweeping slash. Then last but not least, we take a Cyclone. It's kind of almost like the bread and butter of Vanguard. You always want to keep this up. Always want to cast it at full courage, but then keep it up. Like you can see your courage going down, and then kind of hit Gale Form to constantly get it back up. Or you could use Aegis Gale for one of the other ones if you really want to use like a high pressure lake, because it helps like a shield, kind of like a wind shield, and then after the damage is being done, it retaliates that damage back at them. The other ones like Falcon Toss, Instant Edge, and Sharp Impact are used for Skyward. This one just hits everybody in maybe this range in a circle, kind of. Is your 40 courage. Like this consumes stacks of Sharp, so leap up and kabam. Really good for like using this with also Skyfall. As you go up in the air, then you can hit it, and then it'll just zoom down into it. And then Sharp Impact is it uses all of your sharps that you've accumulated, and then does it into one big AoE like smash into the ground. So Skyward is just high burst damage, and then wait to bring back up. I think, yeah, that's that. I won't really go over Imagines because I only have Shadow Captain and Void Ogre, but I'm just talking about the actual class itself. So that most of the gear we're looking for is not luck. We want to have strength, haste, and mastery, or versatility, but mostly mastery and haste, with like crit, or if you want to like put power 3s or power 5s, like red gems, so like strength and crit. This just has haste, crit, then get like, mastery for that as well. Excuse me. Kind of like this here, where it has crit, haste, and then mastery. And more mastery. So it's only a level 40. The upgrade is this to 60 or to level 40 legendary. Yeah, that's pretty much just it. Haste and well, strength, haste, but it's strength regardless. But haste and mastery for the things. You can get like haste and crit, then get like mastery, or if you get mastery and crit, get haste. If not that, but talents wise, all these main talents you would get regardless. You need all of them in order to get. You need all 30 in order to get into your one of your specializations, which I went Vanguard spec. So yeah, I went Vanguard spec, which further enhances the Gale's thrust, which thrust has a 20% face chance to cause basic attacks to evolve into Swift Blade, which is an additional 5% chance per stack of sharp. So I've just gone straight. I know a weird triangle. Got endurance, all the endurance. Then we get quick shot meteor, which is Gale thrust is enhanced. Increased hit count by 2, reduces Gale thrusts surge consumption by 20, which is nice. I think it's like 50 or something. Let me go over here and get Wind Chaser, which when you cast it for every 20 points of courage consumed, it increases the damage of other Cyclone by 4% up to 20%. And then we go over here, get Wind Attack, and then get Combat Expertise. So when you're you gain attack consistent continuously. Battle goes on for every 15 seconds. In battle, increases your attack by 2 up to 8. So you have this bonus till the battle ends. So this is like extra, like 8% attack. That's just there until like end. Then we go back up here. We get strong attack, which deals damage, reduces the cooldown of the ultimate by 0.5 seconds, which only mean triggers once per multiple hits, of course. But we also want to get Battle Cry, which Battle Cry is on top of your Typhoon Cleave. So you have Battle Cry. So you hit the Battle Cry, it gives haste to you, and then it can also and then you have a timer counting down around until like you have to use Typhoon Cleave to your chance to use it, depending on where your courage is at. You always want to have at least an act of courage, especially to keep Beller Cyclone going. Excuse me. You want to come down and get Wind Tear, which gives Gale Thrust. It deals damage. You apply run to targets, so it pretty much targets lose HP equal to 20% of attack power for 8 seconds. So, well, Red is up. They lose HP plus you do more damage with this up. This is sharp extension, gives you a little more sharp. Eltham. Yeah. This one you come down here, get Gale after casting Turtle Thrust, each pursuit or Valor Cyclone. The next Gale Thrust will not consume Courage. This sort of effect is removed after leaving combat. And then we get plus 1 more sharp. We have, I think, 4 sharp we're playing into. And then over here we get, and sharp is granted, reaching max active sharp, enable Vanguard spec, which increases our strength by 30% for 12 seconds. Which, I mean, sharp we get plus 5% seconds for 10 seconds. Then we get both of these endurances, and we get special, we get rapid dragon cannon, which is using to play grants it affects 10% involvement to target great cannon. And 10 seconds for each player to evolve, increases the chance by 10% until success. I've kind of went down both sides. So this side is Spiral Tear, or Spiral Thrust, and Vortex Strike deals 3% more damage to the targets with Rend. So if Rend on a target, or boss, or whatever you're fighting, and you hit a Spiral Thrust or Evolved Spiral Thrust, which is Vortex Strike, and you do even more damage. What is Vortex Strike just does an absurd amount of damage when it hits, and then more endurance, and then we get Wind Rift Diffusion, which is expertise and ultimates deal 2% more damage to targets inflicted with Run, and when hitting and targets deal 1 additional hit of 75% damage. Then I had come over here to get Rapture, which entails that Run damage is plus 100% for 5 seconds, but going this way apparently deals more damage. Tried this, it seemed too feasible that only when Courage gets 50% reduces it by 2. It goes from 16 to 14, which makes no sense for some odd reason. So we went down, and then, well, these two you can only get when you have like 50 points in all this. Then on this side is Wind Spiral. When Gale Thrust deals damage, it has a 20% fixed chance to grant one second of Wind Spiral. It lasts 20 seconds and stacks 10 times. And then Wind Spiral casting Spiral Thrust or Violet Cyclone triggers the Spiral Explosion. Inflicts attack damage equal to 100% attack on surrounding enemies, which explosion consumes 1 stack of Wind Spiral. So you're in with a bunch of enemies. You hit a Spiral Thrust or cast Spiral Thrust or Violet Cyclone will essentially trigger this, but normally you have Violet Cyclone up, so you would essentially trigger Wind Spiral with Spiral Thrust or Vortex, yeah, or with Vortex Strike. And then we get Endurance, and then we come down here and get Breath of Wind, which skills I consume Courage, which is Spiral Thrust, and its enhanced skills Valor Cyclone, Vulcan Toss. You want to use Vulcan Toss, and its enhanced skills Gale Thrust gains 6% wind bonus. So 6% or wind damage kind of thing. Like this, your wind attack plus 5, and then this 6% wind bonus. bonus, and then come down here, get all this, get 4-6 strike, which is the evolved, one of Spiral Thrust. That, so every 2 casts of Drake Cannon, your Spiral Thrust evolves into Vortex Strike. So Vortex Strike is enhanced Spiral Thrust that can do an ultimate strike, dealing continuous attack damage equal to 1150% of attack to all enemies within range. And it scales with the level and tier of Spiral Thrust, which I feel like I want to level Spiral Thrust it to tier 6. It's tier 3 right now, but if I get enough books, I'm gonna put it to 6 because it'll do absurd amount of damage usually. And then Dragon's Fury Flame doubles the critical rate of Dragon Cannon. Vortex Strike is the critical damage dealt by Dragon Cannon, and Vortex Strike by 8%. That does even more damage. Then we come over here. We did not take Spiral Flame, which using Vortex Strike increases haste by 25%. 10 seconds. You can take this. You want to try that instead of going down this area, or if you want to get this, or you want to get that, or whatever you want to do with it. If this does more, please tell me in the comments. It does. And then come down here, get Swift Blade, which when spell deals damage, it has a fixed 7% chance to involve bad attacks. Just Swift Blade. And then we come down here and get Wingate Drake Cannon, which is every 22 triggers of Valor Cyclone allows fixed attacks to evolve into Drake Cannon. Attacks seconds. And then we come down here and bring Valor Cyclone, gain super armor, and then reduces damage by 20%, which is nice. Then when Valor Cyclone deals damage, restores HP equal to 7% of the attack. I think this is a nice talent to take, just for the fact of you don't neither. I don't know if Skyward has a skill like this, but Vanguard does, which allows you to take a bunch of hits and do some damage, unless there's like a bunch of enemies that are just constantly dealing damage, or your power's not high enough, or your combat power's not like high enough to like deal with that damage and stuff. And then the last one we take is Wind Rise. When Valor Cyclone deals damage, increases the critical rate of Drake Cannon and Vortex Strike by 7%. The effect lasts 5 seconds and stacks it 7 times. So for 5 seconds, you can stack it up 7 times, which I think it usually equates out to like 70%. 5 seconds technically. So, and that's what we're taking for the Vanguard spec for Wind Knight. So on that note, let's the modules I'm taking right now are Strength and Elite Strike, Grip Focus, Strength Boost, and then Grip Focus, then Attack Speed. Attack Speed, Strength Boost, Crit, and Strength Boost. Elite Strike. So I just want to kind of display it a little bit. So we're almost gonna switch our spiral thrust into vortex strike here in a second. Ooh. That's see how this if I can actually show you or out. Is no cookie. Getting up a bit. Hopefully heal cast. Well, that's just like some of the rotation, and it's pretty much just I use like and save bolts for a bit. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the Wind Knight Vanguard spec. The Vanguard spec of the Wind Knight. Oh, if I can the right thing. But yeah, Gale Thrust is pretty much what I open with this, go with that. Do this when your courage is low, but this will bring your courage from 130 down so fast. Like it does 16 per second. So usually when I'm using this, I'm also using Gale Force, or I do like Gale Thrust, and I'll throw it into Gale form, and then Vela Cyclone, and then I use Breach Pursuit and stuff, because this also is like a little bit of a generator. When you have more enemies, it gives you more, up to 50, and then if you're seeing it go around like 50 or less, hit your type cleave, well, it'll be your your banner first, and then it'll have a timer to be able to use Typhoon Cleave. But yeah, after that, it was just Sky. But I mean, I've done all of the kind of all 70 talents, so then I changed it, tested it on the higher, like what was it called, the trial path ones. Like I tried it on that. I went in and helped like some of the like boss kills and stuff, like the world bosses. It does a lot of damage, and it keeps me alive to where the that the healers don't have to keep like trying to heal me, but they also heal everybody else in the party as well. You know, they don't have to use that much. I think also butter key and everything will make the healing better because you're doing more damage. So 2% of that damage contributes to healing. So it'll help you in the long run. But anyway, this will be it for this video. Don't forget to watch the other videos that'll show up here. There is one over in the back corner or somewhere over here. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Next time. Bye.